he naturally gets the down over, of course.
No, an incomplete pass, and it moves the yard 6 ahead. So that was a second down play. Excuse me, second down. So now third down for Denver. So it indeed helps the Broncos, the reversal. Officials, after the confusion, they're going to meet and discuss upstairs to make sure that a down wasn't lost in the whole process.
So it was simply an incomplete pass, and you move it on. I don't know why they would have to discuss that.
Now the first down and
for the placement of the ball.
Now checking back. First down was the incomplete pass. They had just made a first down on the Michael Young pass. So now it is a second down. The first down was the incomplete pass.
There's the play fake. Now you'll see the ball being thrown down the field.
On the 36-yard line.
Should be second down.
2nd and 10. At the 36-yard line. So the Broncos benefit from the reversal on the call. Kirby Jackson, who thought he had the interception at the 2, but the evidence was clear that the ball had hit the ground. And now Elway has it at the 36, and Dale Hamer, the referee, going to be absolutely certain of the down and the spot of the ball, which of course the review official can help him with in looking at our tapes.
Well, Elway had gone for it as planned on first down, and he got the wrong defense. But now people have to start thinking 3 points at this point in the game. Someone's going to have to get some points here pretty quick. So expect some rather conservative play calling to get in position for a field goal at this point.
Michael Young had caught the 8-yard pass for a first down that took the ball to the Buffalo 36-yard line, and on first down the incomplete pass.
It'll be second down, 10.
And that is where we stand at the 36. Broncos have an intercepted pass but missed on a 47-yard field goal, but they've moved the ball into Buffalo territory on most every possession.
Well, they're not going to let them play for a minute here. They must be talking about spotting the ball. That would be the only consideration.
The yardsticks are at the 37. I believe Young got to the 36. Well, they've lost a yard in the process. It's 2nd and 10, but they lost a yard. Steve Sewell unable to wiggle free from the grasp of Leon Seals and Shane Conlon.
Again, both outside linebackers blitz. They played man-to-man defense. Both clubs are going after each other, and this surprises me in a game like this. But at this point, there isn't any score, so you can't argue with them.
As Seals and Conlon come out, Mike Lodish in to rush the passer and an extra defensive back, Clifford Hicks.
Now this noise is deafening, and no one could hear Elway if he talked.
He dumps it off to Sewell, who has one blocker, wiggles outside, and then meets a crowd of blue shy of a first down at about the 31-yard line.
Now that was a screen pass with a single offensive lineman coming down the line of scrimmage to be ready to block the man that was covering Sewell. But defensively, it was taken away totally.
On 4th and 4, Dan Reeves brings in 2 tight ends, apparently going to go for it at the 31 of Buffalo.
Well, he must be very confident off looking at previous tapes with the play that he wants to use here. He must feel he can get it right here.
Full house backfield with Elway in the shotgun, and Buffalo calls time. May have had too many men on the field. You saw Mike Lodish come in very late, and Darryl Talley spends a timeout. It comes with 12:03 in a confusing second quarter.
With its powerful 16-valve engine, double wishbone suspension system, anti-lock brakes, and a driver's side airbag. Don't just think of it as a wagon. Think of it as an Accord with a bit more space.
Tomorrow. Why has it always got to be tomorrow?
Coach says everyone has one great game, and
if you believe in something strongly enough, you do it today.
He said it was my best game yet. It was like nothing could go wrong.
There is one resolution that may make the others easier to keep. Ask your financial advisor how you can increase your spendable income with Nuveen tax-free investments, or call 1-800-4-NUVEEN.
It was just another Saturday afternoon until those old guys came out of the woods with axes. Just when we thought it couldn't get any weirder, it did. They even brought their own music.
Awesome! Hey, fellas, how about a cold bud?
A bud?
Obviously, we thought alike.
Oh, that's cold.
The world champion Bulls, the Detroit Pistons, Michael, Isaiah. 2 Central Division powers renew a little friendly rivalry. Then Clyde, KJ. The Portland Trailblazers battle the Phoenix Suns in a Wild West shootout. An NBA doubleheader next Sunday.
Surprising score in Buffalo. No score. 12:03 left in the first half. 4th down and 4. Dan Reeves going for it. Different personnel this time. He took out the tight ends and goes with a single back. Vance Johnson in motion. And offside, charges number 91, Jeff Wright. Was he drawn off?
They were preparing to blitz again. They were bringing extra people.
Coachman, number 91 of the defense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
And Jeff Wright was going to attempt to clear the way for a blitzer to come inside him. You'll see him move right here. He was going to angle to the inside to allow a blitzer to come slipping right up into that hole, and didn't quite get there.
You see Clifford Hicks, 27, slipping in from the secondary to follow Wright, and a first down on the penalty that doesn't please Marv Levy. So that might even have been part of the design for Denver, figuring 4th and 4. Too long for a field goal. Treadwell's longest is 49. That would have been 48. And a punt. Well, let's see if we can get a penalty first down. And the Broncos work it to the 27.
Elway's going along to his linemen, each one of them telling them the play, the audible, and probably the snap count.
And the give straight ahead. Aston Green runs into Jeff Wright, 91.
That Wright is some football player. Gee, is he having a great year? He can really do everything. He's a good pass rusher, but he can handle the double team as tip applied in the NFL, in which 2 men will attempt to block and then one of them leave to block the linebacker. He takes care of both of them and still holds his ground.
Injured in the first game of the regular season against Miami, missed the first half of the year, and part of the problem stopping the rush incurred by Buffalo. And this is Steve Sewell on that little swing pass, and Carlton Bailey finally rides him out of bounds, but not until Sewell gets to the 15-yard line.
Well, a play pass, finally throwing to a back out of the backfield. You'll see Sewell, number 30, really avoiding people, trying to give the impression he's about to initiate a block and then releasing. Sewell is a great utility man in a sense, Dick. He can play outside as a flanker, which he's done in the past. He can be an excellent reverse man. He's a good blocker. He's been injury prone, but he's so versatile they use him in these kinds of situations.
First down outside the 15. Deepest penetration by either team, and it's Gaston Green getting 5 before Cornelius Bennett can get on his heels with help from the secondary. That was the 11th play of this Dan Reeves directed drive.
Doug Wydell and Sean Farrell are doing an excellent job as offensive guards inside. They're sustaining their blocks, and their position is excellent as they initiate the blocks, which gives the ball carrier somewhere to go.
The Wydells, only the 6th time in NFL history, brothers playing, in essence, the same position on the same team. Fumble Elway, and who's got it? Elway recovered himself.
Well, and you wonder whether Dave Wydell, playing now really for the first time this year, any length of time, in place of Keith Parts, whether that exchange is a good one. You see, Elway never had the ball. He came up with half a football.
But alert enough to be able to find it and scrape it into his body.
And Wydell has got Jeff Wright sitting right on his nose every play.
So the loss back to the 16-yard line, 3rd and 10 and a half.
Now the linemen are exchanging with each other. That's the only possible communication.
Elway sacked as he's tripped up from behind. It appeared to be Bruce Smith. And how long it's been for Smith. He had only 1.5 sacks this year. Injured with that bad knee. Just got a piece of Elway from the backside.
Well, you'll see Smith coming upfield and Elway not stepping forward to avoid him. And so Elway spoke to us last night about he knows he has to step forward. You see the people on the outside, and Elway was so involved down the field that he lost track of Smith. And that's amazing that Smith can get that done with that knee problem.
That makes it a 42-yard field goal attempt by Treadwell with the wind. It is no good. Hit the upright. Smith might have been the difference. That 5 yards denies Denver. Still no score.
Forget the limits of ordinary basketball. You've entered the Nike flight dimension. Examine, if you will, Scottie Pippen, about to discover the power of his flight shoes in a time warp. And so, history gets a lesson in the flight dimension.
Son, you could make hundreds of dollars a year in professional basketball.
The aerodynamic shape seats 4 comfortably. The advanced VTEC E engine was designed for both power and economy. The new energy-efficient Civic VX from Honda. If everybody drove one, think of what we could save.
It's Domino's Double Up Deal.
Domino's, you're double hungry. Domino's, the deal for you.
2 medium pizzas, your favorite topping, just $10.99.
Nobody knows, nobody like Domino's.
Now get a delicious double helping of Domino's. 2 fresh, hot, medium pizzas, each with 1 topping, just $10.99. Delivered in 30 minutes or less, guaranteed. And nobody else can say that.
Nobody knows, nobody like Domino's. Domino's Double Up Deal.
Oh, how lucky we are, the fans of players, to have this kind of weather in mid-January in Buffalo. Temperature in the low 40s as we look down from our helicopter. These aerial photos brought to you courtesy of Pennzoil Motor Oil. Missed field goal, and Kelly starts from his 25. Downfield to Lofton, incomplete, almost intercepted. Broken up by Wyman Henderson, and Steve Atwater, 27, had his hands on it.
Well, I haven't, and I know you haven't either, Dick, seen every Buffalo game this year. But this is by far the most competition I've seen them get. remember a year ago, the Raider game here, and Kansas City. Well, this is a head-to-head ball game. Denver's not conceding an inch.
Well, the Bears gave him trouble early, but Buffalo at the half taking charge and won easily in the second half. Nothing much there for Clement Thomas. I'd like to go back to the David Treadwell missed field goal that hit the upright. Denver had driven to the 11-yard line, fairly easy field goal range, but remember the fumble lost 5 on the snap, and then Bruce Smith's sack was another 8, so they kicked with a line of scrimmage to 24, which made it a 42-yard field goal instead of a 28-yard field goal. On third down, Kelly, incomplete, no one there. And again, Kelly and the offense for Buffalo unable to move against this Denver defense.
Well, how many times this year have we done broadcasting and reminded the viewers of the quarterback's sack on third down that cost a team a field goal? So many times.
Kelly now 3 for 9. 1 interception.
With an interception, right.
Moore to punt. Vance Johnson back at the 28 of Denver.
Well, Denver has to be heartened. People in Denver watching the game, but more importantly, the Denver team. They now know they can play right there head-to-head with Buffalo.
Johnson on the run at the 40. And returns to the 50-yard line. Short punt. Well played by Vance Johnson. 33-yard kick. 10 on the return. Timeout.
There's nothing else like it on Earth, or maybe even in heaven. It stretches for 725 miles, and it's called the California coastline. There are over 4 million miles of roads in Alamo territory all across America. And every day, with every car nationwide, only Alamo gives you all those miles for free, including the ones where the people bask in the sun and watch the seals, and the seals bask in the sun and watch the people.
In the spirit of the Olympic Games, the Postal Service would like to present two-day priority mail. That's delivery in just 2 days of up to 2 pounds for just $2.90. Remember, 2 days, 2 pounds, $2.90. 2-day priority mail from your Postal Service.
We deliver for you.
Official sponsor of the 1992 Olympic Games.
Nothing carves the road like the new Prelude from Honda.
NBC Sports coverage of the AFC Championship is brought to you by Honda, maker of fine quality automobiles. Test drive a Honda at your local dealer today. By John Nuveen and Company, quality tax-free investment since 1898. And by Budweiser, the beer with a taste as genuine as the people who drink it. Nothing beats a Bud.
Back at beautiful Rich Stadium, where the Bills set another record as the most attended team, home team. Close to 80,000 average during the regular season. From midfield, no score. It's Elway going to work again. A middle screen to Sewell at the 45-40. And he is inside the 25-yard line. Good
Beautiful job up inside. Beautiful screen. All 3 inside people were right on the money as far as their blocking, the timing. This is the kind of thing. You'll see all 3 of these people inside release late. Elway's going to draw people toward them. You see Sewell actually block a man. Now you see each one of them is assigned a given defender. They all know just where they're going. And Sewell is proving to be a critical factor in this ballgame.
And again to the 24 of 26 yards. In field goal range again. Sewell drilled by Bennett. Cornelius Bennett. I don't know if this is true, but I heard that Bennett has never received a game ball in all of his career here at Buffalo.
Well,
that's hard to believe.
An NBC ball. Look at this. He comes right in underneath a tight end who wanted to block him. Now, I can't figure it out. First time in many years I've seen a championship game where both clubs are selling out, blitzing on defense, and the lack of respect for the outside receivers. They're out there one-on-one, and they're not getting the ball to them.
Bennett, however, was lauded by his coach last week as there's a reverse to Vance Johnson, and that didn't fool anyone, especially Cornelius Bennett chasing him across the field. Levy on Monday said he called up Bennett, and Praiskin said in his 5 years he's never seen anyone play any better than Bennett did against Kansas City.
Bennett's game has totally changed since Jeff Wright and Bruce Smith were injured earlier. Bennett had to pick up all the slack. They moved him inside on occasion and exchanged him with Conlon, made him an inside linebacker. He had to work on his pass rush techniques. He's so much different a ball player now than he was a year ago.
3rd and long. 6 minutes plus left in the first half. No score. Elway shotgun. A draw for Elway. And look at Elway inside the 20 to the 19 won't be enough. That'll leave him 5 yards shy of a first down, but puts Treadwell closer for the field goal upcoming. The third
Reeves
try
wanted
by
the 3 points, Dick. Dan Reeves wanted to get on that scoreboard. That was the safest play he could run. He knew he'd get part of it at least, and maybe get a little bit lucky and get the first down. But now they're in the middle of the field, excellent position to get themselves at least on the board.
37 yards this time, the shortest of the 3 attempts. It's to the right again and hit the upright again. Oh, my!
The same kick.
What are the odds on a man able to hit 2 in a row, hit the upright? Well, Buffalo loves it, as Treadwell has missed now from 47, 42, and this heartbreaker from 37.
Well, he's not going to get many more chances.
In a game where
sooner or later, the Bills are going to come alive.
Buffalo with only 2 first downs. They had 29 against Kansas City last week. Looks like a procedure penalty there. A flag down. It goes to Beebe. And the little guy from Shannon State with his first catch pays for it. Looked as if there was movement on the right side of the Buffalo line.
Well, we assumed that the offensive line of Denver would have problems because of crowd noise. I doubt that it's crowd noise affecting Buffalo, but in this particular case, that kills them.
Offense, the right end, moved.
So instead of a gain of about 8, a 5-yard penalty. Someone lined on that right side leaned forward on the snap. And Treadwell being consoled on the Bronco sidelines, as we have seen Scott Norwood, the Buffalo kicker, receiving that treatment out at the Raiders. Remember where the Buffalo Bills came from well behind, and Norwood finally kicked one in overtime to win it at the Coliseum. Kelly on 1st and 15, under pressure and incomplete. Atwater
what a shot!
Lofton. Atwater coming up and timing his hit.
We talked about the safeties, and are they playing? Now they can get burnt sooner or later behind them, but Steve Atwater, number 27, in a zone defense. Look at him attack James Lofton. Timed it perfectly. And those are the patterns that have really been hurting opponents. Buffalo on shallow cross.